Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Those that know me know that I'm very much a liker of the stories and poems and tales of Edgar Allan Poe, writer and poet.
You can't hide the blood on your...
A very morose gentleman. It's had quite in common with him. Quite morose myself. Yeah, and this is a game based around one of his more famous tales, the Telltale Heart. It's the story of...
Why did you do it?
A man, who is me, who becomes into lodgings with another man who owns this apartment, who sits here, but after a while I became concerned and started to not like the man, and something took over, dark thoughts took over, to the point where I plotted and schemed to get rid of his eye, his watching eye, his evil eye. And so, as the story goes, as this is the aftermath of the story, or part of the end of the story as well, is I have just killed my master, or the
Why did you do it?
acquaintance who owns this apartment, and I have killed him, stabbed him. You dismembered his body in the bath and buried him, concealed him under the floorboards. And this is where the famous and often quoted line that has come from this story is, "Can you not hear it? The beating of his hideous heart, I confess." Or along those lines. It's not pretty much that one. But this is a free one. As you can see by the bottom corner, for educational purposes only, which is something that I quite like. It's locked. Is there a key?
Be careful with that knife. It's sharp enough to cut to the bone.
And freshly cleaned, I would presume as well.
Never flitting, still is sitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming. And the lamplight o'er him, streaming, throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor.
That feels befitting. Shall be resting, nevermore. That's the last bit of the Raven. Yeah. I've gone through this a couple of times before to make sure this works, and that quote actually changes. It's always the Raven, but it's always the quote that changes. But yeah, it's the tale of the Raven. The Raven. The Raven still is sitting on the ballast. And the ballast bust of Phallus. I always called it Phallus because it's Phallas. It's some of the old spelling. I look up some of the old ways of the spellings before for some of Poe's ones.
I do make a good stew, don't I?
Quite like this 2.5D style. 2.5D on 3D. What's this box?
Be careful of that. That's the poison for the rats.
And the poison for more than my rat. For the more than the rats.
What did I ever do to you? I don't know how they expect me to live on such a meager pension.
That is my master. At least I keep saying my master, but it's
Why did you do it?
It's the acquaintance who lives in this house, who owns this house. It's supposed to be like my uncle or something.
Thomas, I write in hopes that you may come visit soon. If not to see my only son, but I require your help. Times have been tough as of late. My pension hardly covers the bills anymore. I have, in fact, had to bring in a boarder to help make ends meet. All seemed well at first, but as of late, I have grown leery. I cannot say for sure, but something is not quite right. I feel as though I am being watched. I swear, I can hear them breathing in my room at night, standing over me. I do not feel safe. Please, come help me as soon as you can. Hurry, Edgar.
Yes. That is the
sneaking up behind you.
that is the plots of me in my planning, in my countenance, my testing to see how deep his sleep was, hovering over him
Can't hide
with the knife, the purest of rage. It was only until he looked upon me with his evil eye. Oh, I glitched it. No, no.
He cannot distinguish.
For a second there, I thought I glitched it. 1780. Which actually would have been not that far off. For the time of this, it would have been a... Hello. Mr. Poe. Though I'd think it would be... I thought it was a lot more gaunt than before.
Can no one hear me?
No. I think I might get to a point where I might have to start being tested on this soon, because I know what happens next. Hello.
Sorry to wake you, but we have received a complaint about a shriek and a possible violent altercation. Do you mind if we come in and look around?
Yes. Come in.
Why did you do it?
Uncle Edgar, I so look forward to visiting you on the weekend. Mother and I are scheduled to arrive Saturday morning. We will stop in the city square to shop.
Excuse me, I'm trying to read.
Love, your niece, Morella.
Is that the person that...
Do you hear my heart?
Yes? Hello?
Do you live here alone?
No.
Is your roommate home?
He went out drinking.
For your time.
He's not visiting his son. His son was supposed to
What
come
did
here.
I ever do?
What is this?
Excuse me?
How can they not hear my heart beating
Hey,
under
you
the
deaf!
floor?
I said, where were you earlier tonight?
I was at the play, then I was home.
And when did you get home?
I got home... around dusk.
You happened to hear a shriek.
It's
Good
when I
to
stubbed
know.
my toe.
Why did you do it?
The scream was me. Me and my master, we went to the play. My roommate went to the play. We went there, stayed at the play.
Hear my heart.
He continued on. I went drinking with his other acquaintances. I returned home. The shriek was
They're sneaking
me
up behind
aimlessly stubbing my toe. I wonder if this sort of shows that I'm... that... I wonder if this might be proof that I might be
you. What did I ever do to you?
depending on... depending on the situation, I might end up being... This might end up being proof that I'm quite a liar.
Can you go over here, please?
Do you hear my heart?
Hello?
This roommate of yours, how can he afford living in such a large house?
think he has a pension?
Military or company? Never mentioned it.
I've never asked for it. I know he has a pension. It's been mentioned before.
How can they not hear my heart?
Been mentioned before, but yeah. Because if you see here, it's
This is all they think befits me.
it's him.
Can no one
I
hear
wonder if I've been good so far with this thing. Well, no, it's gonna be the fat guy who's gonna ask me next. Oh, the fat guy's over there, isn't he? Wait. Oh, it is gonna be you.
Why did you do it?
Hello. It's, how is you? Are you?
Questions.
Why did you do it?
Where did you say your roommate was?
As far
Does
as
he
I know,
drink
he went to the
often?
pub.
That's enough for now.
Pretty much every day. You could tell from the wine that is around. He is quite the drinker.
What did I ever do to you?
You be quiet. Get out of my mind.
Do you hear my heart?
I hear your heart. But they can't. Yes?
What time did you say you got home?
Most of the night. I came back at dusk. I came back at dusk. That was quite some time ago. It's night now.
Everything appears to be in order.
Sorry for disturbing you. Good night.
I guess you got away with it.
Huh.
For here I lie, all alone, left to rot and turn to bones.
I wonder if this I wonder if this is going to end up being a slight concerning moment where it's has proven me to be quite the significant liar.
You did it once and proved your skill. Why not try again for another kill?
I think I'll pass. You can get this game for free. I got it from Game Jolt. You get it for free. It's for educational use only, so it's free. But they're doing another one of The House of Usher, which is another one that I have somewhere else, but I haven't really read that one. That's one I'm not necessarily familiar with. My favourite ones are his poems. Feel free to go off and download it. Like I said, it's free. Check out the company that does it. All the links are going to be in the description. And so, thanks for watching.